Hello, beautiful people. How you guys doing? It's Showtime with your favorite girl, Aisha. And on today's episode, we have interesting segment laid out for you guys. But before we go further, as custom demands, let's go for a quick break. And when we return, the show continues proper. Welcome back, guys. Top stars of the recently released Hollywood movie Black Panther 2 were in Lagos, Nigeria for the African premiere of the movie. And guess what? We were there live to cover the event for your viewing pleasure. Let's go check it out.
Can be great leaders.
His people did not call him General or King. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
What you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
I've kept myself away from all the theories. I just want to go in there and enjoy. By the way, this is what I'm wearing is like a homage to him.
I see. Tell me tonight, your prayers, your wishes for the family especially, what would it be?
Everybody, God bless his soul. He was an amazing guy, and respect to his legacy and his family, of course.
The moment I saw at the Los Angeles premiere when Chadwick walked out of the car and his friend, who was a drummer in the movie Jabari, got out of the car ahead of him and started playing the drums and set the stage for him to walk the carpet. And then the Dora Milaje came around him and just walked with him. And I saw royalty, majesty. And it was this beautiful marriage of performance and reality at the same time. And I said, that's not something that we get to see taken seriously. It's not a presence that we get to see and the reflection that we get to see taken seriously. It's always been in some sort of, jest. It's always a bit of a joke in some way. And this was taken seriously, and I said, wow, this is really, really big. Nothing else can be like this. So immediately I started just divorcing myself from this idea that anything could be like Wakanda, like that anything could be like Black Panther, really, really. And I said, number 2 has to be its own thing. So even back then I was saying, you guys really need to taper your expectations for a second movie, because nothing could be like this. This is a first time, and nothing can be like a first time. Nothing can create a first impression ever again. So I walked into this being ready to have its own experience, ready to have a new experience. And unfortunately, reality had set that stage for us, that we couldn't even come close to having the same experience because we lost Chadwick. And we were all really hurt, and we still are, very confused. I feel like the grief around losing people important to you it's very confusing. It's confusing why it happens, what it means. And you're left with asking questions like, what's the point? And a lot of times, death especially doesn't feel like it has a point. Like, that doesn't feel like there's any point to death, but what there is a point to is life. And Chadwick showed us what his point was. Chadwick showed us what his life meant. The meaning wasn't in the death. The meaning has always been in the life. And we discovered that as we went along. And we're doing the same thing here. We're showing what this means, and that's Wakanda forever. And we went in and discovered that. That was the major departure from number 1, was just discovering that every single moment that we have, that we're in front of you all, is the meaning that we're giving you for what our life means, what the life of our friend that we lost meant, and so on.
I've got to tell you, we got to watch the movie last week sometime.
Music is very important to the medium. Film is a combination of a lot of different mediums: fashion, performance, sonic manipulation. In the form of sound design, production design, painting, like all of these things. All of the art forms represented in music is a massive part of it. And music was a big part of the first film. We were able to line up a great collaboration with Kendrick Lamar. I was able to work with a good friend of mine, Ludwig Göransson, who's our composer. And we wanted to do something different on this particular project. We wanted to get, more into the continent. We wanted representation from the continent. It's something that Denai was always on me about. But just getting artists that were from the continent and And y'all haven't seen the film yet. Y'all haven't seen it yet, right? Or have y'all seen it? Y'all haven't seen the film
Most
yet.
people here haven't seen it.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all all see it tonight though? Is that the vibes?
Yes.
All right. The film has a coming of age story in there. And it made sense for us to have artists that were in different places in their careers. You know, like artists that have broken through, but also artists that are you know on the cusp of breaking through to a international audience. And we wanted representation from Mesoamerica as well. You know, so the album is in conversation with all those ideas and elements. And you talk about Afrobeats. Ludwig and I spent about a week and a half here in Lagos some months back where we recorded all that music. And it was a time that I think I'll look back on fondly for the rest of my life. Those few days here, just seeing like that Nigerian work ethic. You know what I'm saying? It was fantastic. We barely slept. And I couldn't wait to get back. And artists came in from all over the continent, from South Africa. They would come in and we got a couple Amapiano tracks on there, you know, and Ludwig grinded it out in Mexico City and in the Yucatan, over in North America. You know, I'm as proud of that album as I could be of any piece of music. And I think 90% of those songs are actually in the movie, you know, playing in their entirety. In Nigeria is well represented, as well as a lot of other countries on the continent. And I'm really, really excited about it.
All right, no more questions. Let's save Private Ryan now, guys. Come on, no questions.
Unfortunately, we have another part of this. Don't worry, we'll bring you some more. Remember I said we're going to have 2 parts to this, all right? And you guys are part of the press, but we do have people waiting online from all over the world to ask them questions as well. So I've been instructed, and I apologize. I know you have a ton, right? But you could join the junket probably online and question them all you want. But we have run out of time for this particular panel. I'm sorry. The way you're looking at me, goodness, I feel so bad about this.
Guys, I think it was good, but also you're being very somber here. You're acting like it's a vote of things.
No.
We have run out of time.
No, but can you see the look on their faces like,
be celebrating.
I will
Thank you
not
so much.
ask Winston questions, me.
Yeah.
No, so I'm sorry. Just join the junket online, you know. I told you it was going to be quick. I'm sorry, okay? All right, guys? Hug each other or something. I don't like the expression on your faces. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for them as they rise. I'll bring Ryan back. As they rise and make their way to the rest of the activities that they have today. We look forward to seeing the movie.
Oh my, the whole premiere gave me chills. Just knowing that Chadwick Boseman wouldn't be on our screens ever again. Rest well, legend. Okay guys, the movie got released yesterday, so check it out and you won't regret it. On our interview section today, we have Chisom Ajowike. She is one of the fast-rising Nollywood actresses who is known for her lead role in the TV series Halita. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, it's Spotlight on Showtime, and today we are with one of Nollywood's precious actresses. No one but Chisom Ajowike, popularly known as Halita.
Thank you.
You're welcome on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, my name is Chisom Ajowike, like you said. I'm an actor. I played Halita, as popularly known, and then just, you know, a sister, a daughter, and a friend.
Okay, so how did your journey into the entertainment industry begin?
Oh yeah, so it actually began by dreaming. I mean, I've always wanted to do this.
Okay.
And in pursuing that, I had to start auditioning before that, I used to be very active in stage plays in church or in school, all like the drama activities that happened in all of those places. So I was really active in those drama classes and all that. Then coming out of school, I had to start auditioning actively. So I was intentional about it, and the rest is history.
Okay. So were you in any movie before Halita?
Yeah, I was in a couple of movies, but they were not like big.
Yeah.
So either short films or stage plays.
Okay.
So I did like a lot of short films and stage plays before I landed Halita.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've always had passion for acting.
Yes.
And did you study that in school?
Oh
or
no, I did
just
not. I
something?
actually studied public health in school.
Okay.
Yeah, but acting has always been something I wanted to do. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm living the dream of.
That's good. Okay, is it do you do acting as a full-time job?
Yes, I do. It's a full-time job for me.
Oh, okay.
Of course, with time, I could venture into other things, but this is a full-time job. So whatever I do by the side is maybe for the purpose of making more money.
Yeah. Side hustle. The character Halita.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the character Halita?
Speaking presently, there's so many layers to Halita, but if I'm going to start with the Halita of season 1, the character is just a pretty much innocent, beautiful girl, who, just like everyone, has a dream of becoming something.
Yeah.
But she found herself in a kind of disadvantaged environment, and she was sort of preyed on by a lady who happened to bring her to a city where, fate shined on her. So Halita is like you, Halita is like me, a girl who, against all odds, pursued her dreams, and she is who she is today. But then the present Halita is a boss lady. She is a CEO. She's running Haliti, under the company of her dad, her father, or the Rishante group. Yeah. So she's grown a lot, and she has really come into her own light.
Okay, so seeing you an Igbo girl, and you played that character Halita very well. Like, did you have any? Like, have you ever stayed in the north or?
No, I haven't. I think Abuja brought me. I came to the north when I started serving.
Okay.
So that is Abuja. Yeah, I've never stayed. No, I was born and bred in Imo State, Owerri. Yeah.
So you just like the character was just
destined to be my. Well, the character is actually not a northern character. It's a middle belt character.
Oh yeah, middle belt.
That's
but
I mean, there's lots of outside being spoken.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit shocked. Like,
I know. We thank God for everything, because most of the outsiders I even spoke on set. I had to learn.
Wow.
Yes, I had to learn on the job. Yeah,
Funny enough, I don't know how to explain it. So for now, how many movies have you acted so far?
I have actually lost count. So it's not like I've done a lot, but I don't have a list where I've written, I've done this, or I've done that, but I've done a couple.
Well, Halita actually brought you out.
Yes, Halita brought me to the
spotlight. Yeah. Okay. What challenges did you have to face at the very beginning of your career, and what are challenges you face now?
At the very beginning, I think it would be lack of information, because as a young person with dreams, or you want to follow a particular route, you keep asking yourself, who do I talk to? Who do I meet? How do I find avenues to audition? That was kind of a struggle. Coupled with the fact that I was working, I was doing my PPA, it was a bit hard to navigate all of those questions and all. But thank God for Instagram and all, where we have avenues to find where we can audition. So I think lack of information, the financial security, because if you're going to start off like that, you're going to have to deal with a lot of, okay, you have to do this for free, so that you get the exposure. So we're basically paid with exposure most of the time, and with time, people started to appreciate the work and the talent, and the money started to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for now, what are the challenges you face
now
as an actress?
I think it's the question of the unknown. Because once you do a job, you're like, where is the next one going to come from? Or I want to, and it's not a matter of, so there are so many jobs, but you would want a particular kind of job to sort of define your values and your visions for as an actor.
Yeah.
So it's just my concern would be, I pray that the right jobs locate me.
So do you have a particular or special character you like to act?
Well, for
or
me,
it's just anything will go?
Anything that is remarkable, any character that is remarkable. So it's not just for the sake of acting. I always want to leave like a mark with the work that I do. So that is the hope and the prayer in
So,
the industry.
okay.
Yeah.
Who is Chisom? Away from Halita, away from acting, like who is she?
Chisom is an easygoing person. I just Chisom is a dreamer. Chisom is someone who wants to be great and make a mark in this life, in this world. Just like I said, easygoing. Every day wake up, do what I love, love the people that I love. Yeah.
So if you were to have a conversation with the younger version, what will you say to that, to yourself?
I'd say to my younger self that your dreams are valid. There is no place for fear in your heart or in your thoughts whatsoever. Whatever you set your heart to achieve, you definitely achieve it. So do not worry. Just keep being focused and going for what you want.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Before you go, we have a bit of a game that we normally do on the show.
Okay.
Just for us to get to know you better.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
So jollof rice or fried rice?
Jollof rice.
Okay. iOS or Android?
iOS.
Okay. Davido or whiskey?
Really? I'm not going there. I love both. I love both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I love both.
So beard gang or just no beard?
I accept people the way they are. I mean, if everyone were to choose or make themselves,
You're
look the way they
giving
want.
you're giving us the Halita character right now, and this is not what we want.
No, this is Chiso. I'm being very serious. I could love you with your beard on, or I could love you without. I mean,
Depends on you, and your character. Okay,
absolutely.
okay,
Depends on the
fine.
personality of the person.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So WhatsApp or Facebook?
WhatsApp. None actually.
You don't do?
No. I'm not active on WhatsApp. I'm not active on Facebook either.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my fave is not there on the list.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Instagram or Twitter?
For the juicy gist,
Yeah,
I'm going to choose
Twitter.
Twitter. I'll go for Twitter.
They're just crazy. Yeah. Okay. Makeup or no makeup?
No makeup, to be honest. But then makeup on days when I have to look, lit.
Yeah.
For a wedding or for an important event. But my everyday, I really don't have the time to do makeup. Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. So that's all we have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sparing out time for us.
Thank you.
All right, beautiful people. Hope you guys enjoyed today's segment. And don't forget to follow all our social media handles just to tell us how you enjoyed this particular show. And with this, we've come to the end of today's episode. Don't forget to join us same time next week for a more interesting episode. Until then, I remain your favorite #1 girl, Aisha, saying have a great weekend.